Hello, beautiful and magical creatures. Welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name's Amy, and I'm really glad you're here today. I hope you guys are doing well. Today, I'm doing a pick a card. This is messages from the Divine Feminine. A lot of message. I've already filmed these. A lot of love, hope, possibility, messages of strength coming through. So it's a great session. These are great readings. I have enjoyed connecting with your energy, and yeah, it's been wonderful. So I just want to go through the cards. Now keep in mind, this is a general session. It's a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private sessions and readings. All that information is down in my description box below. I also take tips and donations as well. If you resonate with this video or you resonate with the reading and you get something from it and you're able, I appreciate that. I appreciate all the tips and donations and things. That really means a lot to me, and I just want you to know I appreciate it. So, okay, let's go through the cards here. These cards are wonderful. This is the Divine Feminine Oracle, and I've learned so much about history just by doing these kind of readings, because these women, many of them existed in history. So the High Priestess and Marguerite here. We have Isis as well, and we have Mary of Nazareth. So it's an interesting mix. So let's just go through the cards. We have Marguerite. I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name here. Love is divine, and I am nothing except love. Beautiful energy. And we have the selenite wand here. Okay. We have Isis, the goddess of magic. Sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. And we have a clear crystal quartz here. This is one of my favorite crystals that I have. And then we have, I'm not going to try to pronounce her name, the High Priestess. I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. Beautiful cards. And then we have the citrine. And the last one is Mary of Nazareth, the Mother of God. I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. And that card has an amethyst. I have done a bit of a pre-shuffle, so there's 2 more cards supporting this card that came out, but I'm doing some live shuffling as well. So most of these will be live shuffling. So, all right, guys, I will insert a photograph so you can take a moment and meditate. If you're pulled to more than one, please feel free. A lot of these messages interlock. There's messages across these readings that carry forward. So, all right, guys, thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the other side. Bye, guys. Hello, beautiful group 1. Let's see what messages the Divine Feminine has for you. You have an amazing card here. I'm actually going to read from the book. This is an amazing historical figure and an important one for a lot of feminine energies. Yeah, I just want to read a little bit about her. She's amazing. And we're talking about energy here, not gender. We do energy on this channel, not gender. Okay, so who is she? I don't know how to pronounce her name, and I'm not going to butcher it. So she is the essence of the divine love and truth that all we are is love. She was a French Beguine, B-E-G-U-I-N-E. I can't pronounce it, but she was in that movement and it was a spiritual revival among women in the late Middle Ages that emphasized an imitation of Christ's life. Can you imagine being a feminine energy in the Middle Ages and having the bravery to step into a movement for feminine energies, proclaiming that you were going to be the imitation of Christ's energy? That in itself is pretty remarkable. Okay, these holy women lived together in semi-monastic communities. Trying to hold this card and turn the page. They were not nuns. They didn't take formal vows and could leave at any point, but they lived with shared spiritual intention. She wrote a spiritual masterpiece entitled The Mirror of Simple Souls. It reveals the spiritual process she went through to it reveals the spiritual process she went through to be transformed by divine love. I am God, says love, for love is God, God is love, and this soul is God by the condition of love. Wow. Wow, that was a big, bold statement by a feminine energy back in the Middle Ages. She definitely was one of a kind, one of a kind. And by 1306, the Bishop of Cambrai deemed her work heretical and condemned it to be burned in her presence. Even so, it continued to circulate widely through the Middle Ages, and in some religious centers, it was embraced as an almost canonical piece of theology. She was ordered to stop circulating her book and to recant her ideas of God as love, but she refused. What a brave, brave soul she was. Marguerite was arrested as a relapsed heretic and free spirit. I'm getting chills. Which included the belief that humans could achieve a union with the divine. The Catholic Church conducted an unprecedented trial to decide her fate. Like Joan of Arc, much of her life is recorded because of the transcripts of her lengthy trial. Oh my gosh. I'm just feeling this energy. Are you guys feeling it too? She maintained her truth that the soul had no other will but God's, and that when the soul is united with God's love, the state of union causes the soul to transcend the contradictions of this world. She suggested that we can be transformed by divine love into love itself, which isn't separate from God, and that ultimately no outside source is needed in this transformation. It's between the soul and God alone. Marguerite was burned at the stake in 1310. Well, what a loss. What a great loss. The Mirror of Simple Souls continued to gain popularity, but was distributed as an anonymous text until 1946, when Romana, I can't pronounce last name, identified Latin transcripts of the Mirror in the Vatican. Marguerite's name returns to its text when it's published for the first time in 1965. I would love to get a copy of this book. This is a really important energy that we are connecting with. It's beautiful. She sacrificed a lot to bring through this message that basically you are love, you are God. God presence is within you. You can have union with your Creator. You can have union with your Creator self. That we are not separate in any way from the presence of God. And furthermore, we are the divine spark of God. When your soul selects her card, there's nothing more powerful than remembering that we are love, and there's nothing and no one outside of us that is needed in order to realize this. You are whole and complete in yourself. You don't need to wait on a partner, a person, a family. You don't need to wait on a sorry, an apology. You need to walk into this moment of now and accept that you are love, you are God, you are the Creator, and you have a divine right to begin to orchestrate your life in a way that illuminates and reflects your truth. We can let go of what we think we need to prove or who we think we need to be in order to receive love, because we remember that we are love, and then we can stand in that truth, even through flames. Marguerite is a courageous truth teller, and the truth of her experience is that love alone can free us, not the love of another, not the love of family or friends. All of this is powerful and significant, but the true source of love for us is in the fact that we are a soul, and that the soul is in union with the divine. She reminds us when we've forgotten that love is the essence of who we are, and that true love, she reminds us when we've forgotten that love is the essence of who we are. I just want to pause on that, and I'm going to say it again. She reminds us when we have forgotten that love is the essence of who we are, and that true love is found within. True love is found within. Marguerite says, love has no beginning, no end, and no limit, and I'm nothing except love. This is a time to own and to know the truth more fully. It is the most profound and radical act we can ever take, knowing the love we already are. Love is a state of being. Beautiful energy. All right, I'm going to put her right here. She is the overall energy of this stack. These are the other cards that came out in the pre-shuffle. We have Skull of an Illumination. Okay, this feels like big, bright energy of really walking in to knowing who you are. I also feel like there is an illumination of a pathway to love, to healing, to self that is opening up for you through connecting with this beautiful energy of Marguerite. She was brave and strong, and she didn't recant. She didn't change her mind because she was love, and love was all she knew. It's such a wonderful energy. It's profound. Sorry if I hit the microphone. We have full spectrum. This card comes up a lot in my readings when I use the Beyond Lemuria card. It really is about accepting a state of being connected to the earth, being connected to this realm, this dimensional space, but being grounded and walking into a reality where you're supported by your ancestors, you're supported by your guides. I feel like for many of you, Gaia may speak to you. You may have an increase in your love of nature. You may feel drawn to get an animal. If you have an animal, you may just be crazy about your animal. You may have good vibes with animals. You may be an animal healer. I feel animal guides coming forward for this group as well. And I recently did a reading with the insect guides, and that's a really interesting reading. You might check that out. There may be something there for you as well. But I feel like this divine feminine energy that's coming in is really wanting to heal. There's something about you that you may feel repressed. There may be some ideas you have that are outside the norm. You may feel called. You may feel called to write or communicate an idea. There may be words that need to be said to others. And understand, no matter how people respond to you when you speak, you may have a way about you that's kind of a catalyst, and sometimes catalytic energy rubs people wrong and they don't understand it, and instead of being catalysted by it, they get angry. And you may have had a lot of people who have come into your life and have gone because you have this catalytic type energy. And I feel it's time for you to use that catalytic energy within and understand that you are connected to all that is and all that ever was and all that will ever be. Your fundamental makeup of your vessel, your soul, your spirit is actually part of the structure of this universe. What has made the sun has made you as well. And with that, we can go in deeper and we can understand that we are divine creators. We are master manifestors. And truly, the only obstacles we have are ourselves. And this being here, we have dragonfly energy. And that's why I'm being called to tell you about the insect animal spirit guide reading. Because I feel like and dragonflies are often like fae energy. I feel a lot of fae, earth, elemental energy coming forward for you. And I feel that this loving path that's being opened, I feel like this is a pathway being opened towards an internal peace within self, acceptance. And many times if we can accept where we are, who we are, and accept that with love, the universe begins this kind of magical flow of illumination. You guys may also have been guided to this selenite wand here. This is used to charge other crystals and clear other crystals. You guys a little crooked. All right, okay, I'll have to leave it. Okay. And I've had this a long time. I put this with many of my crystals all the time to increase their frequency. So if you're drawn to this, also some star seeds. Also, some star seeds a lot of times are drawn to selenite because the frequency helps raise your frequency and keep it elevated. So I'm feeling a lot of energy coming through this wand right now. Yeah, you guys may be star seeds as well. I'm going to put these cards. Hopefully you guys can see them. Okay, so let's draw some more cards. You guys may be drawn to Fae energy. I'm using the Fairy Tarot. Let me just shuffle this up. All right. I'm going to get 3 cards. 3 cards. There's 1. And I'm feeling guided to do this. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull all the cards. All right. Except the clarifiers. So we're going to get quite a few cards here. Tell me more. I feel like the energy of this saint, I'm going to call her a saint, she's a saint, is coming through. I feel like she wants to speak as well. So the energy of Kuan Yin is coming through as well. You may resonate with that energy. I'll be pulling from that deck as well. This is an energy of encouragement, okay? Encouragement to be brave and compassionate with self. Encouragement to not shrink yourself. To understand that your energy is expanding. I feel like an expansive energy coming through the skull of light here. And a knowing, an acceptance of where you are. And raising to a place where your love for self and others radiates from you. And the universe, I'm feeling like the universe begins like this musical journey with you. You may be musical or you may be drawn to music. You may be into frequency music and things like that. But it's almost like the universe, I'm feeling like a universe created by frequency and music. So it's profound. You may be gifted in that area. You may also be a writer. There's some kind of artistic talent here, a painter as well, that a lot of artistic energy is in this particular stack. And it's being willing to go and explore your artistic self, giving yourself the room to explore different avenues. I feel like if you're an artist or whatever creative thing you do, I feel like there's a message here of getting you almost, it's like changing course a little bit, and the focus being more honoring of your truth and being fearless. Okay. All right. And let's go to the Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin. Guides, guardians, archangels, spirits, God forms, goddess forms, come forward and give us the highest, best, and most powerful message for group 1. I'm feeling this one. Kuan Yin has a beautiful energy. She's a healer. She is love. She's a state of love. A lot of people understand her as a state of love. And I feel like you're moving into a place where you're going to be in a state of love. You're going to know that you're whole and complete alone. If you've been looking for somebody, all those aspects you're looking for in another, you already have within you. And many times when we walk into the fullness of who we are and we become illuminated with that truth, I'm seeing a yellow brick road opening up here. A lot of psychic energy and psychic hits as far as like the imagery of the Wizard of Oz. You might need to go watch that again. There may be some message there for you. There's no place like home. If you're a starseed, you may be longing for home in a person, or, along our journey, we find people who become home for us and make us feel, safe and familiar. Okay, let me get a starseed oracle for you guys. I feel like many of you, though, that Fae energy is really strong with this. So there may be elementals that want to come forward and work with you. I think you have some Fae guides, actually. Nature guides. I'm seeing water. Some of you guys may vibe with like mermaid energy, that kind of thing. So let's see what's come out. I'm going to go ahead and get all the oracles out first. Jump in. Andromeda energy. Adventure. Say yes to change. I feel that coming for you. Yeah. This pathway, this reality that you are one with whatever you call God. You are God. You are the master manifester. And that your state of being, your natural state of being is love. You may not feel that right now, but you may have been dealing with some depression and things like that. But the truth is your natural state of being is love. And you're walking into an area of your life, a time, a pathway where it will be in your best interest to go as guided with love and compassion for self. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you, okay? I feel really strongly there's some powerful ancestral energy coming forward. For many of you, you could have ancestors that are very similar to this energy here. People who were free-spirited. I'm hearing like freedom fighter energy, people who put their lives on the line for what they believed. You may have, I'm feeling like some of you have like warriors in your past as well, knights and things like that. You may have been one as well. The Empress of the Pearl. Oh my gosh. I just really want you to hone in on this card here. Beautiful energy. You have an Empress card here. 10. The ending and beginning. I'm feeling a new beginning, a new start. Persephone. Cycles. Yes, respecting the cycles of life. That is also what this card's about. It's about honoring the cycles of life, knowing that with summer, winter will come, but with winter, spring comes, right? And autumn's in there somewhere, right? Yeah, and this is powerful. You know, Persephone is both core, the core aspect of Persephone. She is spring. She was the being that in the myth of Persephone and Hades was running through fields of flowers with nymphs, and Hades came up, saw her, came up, stole her, and took her away to the underworld. Now, I think some of that was just propaganda, you guys, but but the story about Core descending into her own shadow and discovering the truth of herself, some of which made her feel uncomfortable. And not allowing that to keep her from being who she truly was. In fact, it was through her shadow that she embraced this form right here, the Queen of the Underworld. She understood that her shadow helps to light the fire of her light. It helps propel you when you can accept this. I think you're a very powerful being, and there's a need here to really walk into your power, okay? Own it. Okay, we have, and where does the power come from? It comes from within. You guys, again, another card indicating this powerful energy coming forward. When you walk in a state of love, when love is, I feel like it's not wanting to focus. Hang on. Okay, sorry, my camera didn't want to focus. When you walk in a state of love, love is powerful. Love can change the world. Love can change people's lives. Being kind to others, showing compassion. And when other people see you being compassionate to self, it will catalyst them one way or another. They will either judge you or they will embrace you. And there is sorry, I have a fly in my room. There is a challenge here for you to embrace these shadow aspects of yourself and not hide them and use them as a source of power. All right, here are the tarot. We have the Two of Pentacles. So we have balance coming forward. We have the Devil. That's a cute little devil, don't you think? I'm feeling a lot of nature energy coming forward. A lot of just wild man of the forest kind of energy. This could be your spiritual balance in a person. Four of Pentacles, healing. Okay, I think there is a need to take time with this energy, okay? There's some healing that needs to be done, and you can actually really manifest a lot of change by healing. It takes a brave person to get into the game of healing self, because it is a game, and I believe that your ancestors are going to help guide you through this healing of self. I feel like they really want you to concentrate on yourself, okay? Because there's a hidden gem here with all these pentacles. This Four of Pentacles, a need for rest, a need for healing, a need for recovery, a need to be kind to yourself, okay? I feel like this Devil is actually an energy that may be approaching you. So it could be your partner really starting to vibrate with a change in your frequency as you really begin to accept yourself. This could also be someone coming in that is really tempting for you, and Yeah, this little devil here, though, there's a lot of gifts with this devil. I feel, again, wild man of the forest kind of energy, green man energy coming forward. And there's a need here to, I'm seeing, get out in nature. It'll help heal you. I feel like this stack has a really powerful connection to Gaia. And it's as if okay, this is what I'm seeing. I'm getting a psychic impression of someone being buried in soil, in rich, deep soil of Gaia, and it acting as a womb. So you may be in a state where you're fixing to go into that depth, or you are in that depth. And when we're in the womb of Gaia, we can be having a really hard time because we're beginning to heal. And healing isn't all butterfly kisses and ice cream, okay? Healing is rough. You have to be brave. You have to be willing to look at yourself, all of your aspects, the light and the dark, and you have to be able to accept these realities about yourself. And once you can step into, there are some things that you have to allow the universe to come through and heal you. And there are other things where you can be more proactive in your healing. And I feel like your ancestors are coming through with a lot of power. This dragon energy, Persephone here, a lot of power. I feel like you are fixing to begin another cycle, okay? And you're being called to jump in, okay? So, and you'll know when this comes. I feel a lot of really good energy coming forward for you guys. There's just a need to really be strong in your voice. And as you step more into your own power, you don't apologize for who you are, okay? Because that seems to, when you start apologizing for who you are, it removes or it limits this power. There's a need here to free yourself from stories, okay? So throughout life, we have experiences, and these experiences form our storyline. And I feel like I'm seeing edit and delete. There are parts of your story that needs to be edited and deleted, and you can do that. We need to sometimes we have to go internally to a deeper place and look at our shadows so we can understand that the narrative of our life that we have going on in our head may not be the narrative that truly is, and that the narrative that truly feeds us. We're limited by these narratives that we give ourselves. So a lot of times I'm feeling like going against the grain. Sometimes we have to get outside of our comfort zone, go beyond the realms of what's acceptable for other people, and really kind of say a big F you to the status quo and do what we're guided, even if people don't understand why you do it. It doesn't matter. Because along their journey, your journey, along other people's journey, they will come to whatever that was, to whatever that moment is, and they will get value from it. Okay, so, all right, let's clarify the devil. Aha, the Ten of Pentacles. Hey. So I'm feeling like for a lot of you, this devil energy has to do with family. Okay, so you could have had, like, I'm seeing divorce. You may be thinking about divorce. There may be a divorce coming. I'm feeling like there may be like issues. Your parents may be divorced. Maybe their parents' divorce was really intense, or there was something about like a parent not being as present maybe as they should have been. And that's difficult. It's difficult when you don't have parents that are as giving emotionally as maybe what they quote unquote should be. But understand that all of those experiences, whatever they were, it feels very family oriented. It could be like just neglect and emotional abuse. I don't mean just. It could be that kind of thing. But those events happened to help you become the person you are today, a person who will not accept less than what they're worth, and your worth is infinite. Okay, so this is about you really accepting and coming into a place of healing about concepts within yourself, so that this is what I'm getting. This is getting you ready for your person. Okay, so if you're with your person right now, if you feel that's your person, then this is going to help you guys go to the next level. But if you're not with your person, this time of healing that's coming forward for you, healing and balance, is going to help you get ready for your person to come through, because you're not going to come from a place of lack. I need a person in my life. I need love from a person. I need this. I need that. You're going to come from a place of I am love. I am whole and complete in myself. I am connected to the world. I'm connected to Gaia and nature and the etheric and the spiritual. And I am happy. I'm happy. I feel a lot of happiness coming through for this group. So it's really, really beautiful. Okay, let me clarify the Four of Pentacles. Oh, wow. There's the King of Wands here and the Two of Cups. So I feel like the balance, this is so interesting. So we have 2 Pentacles and we have 2 Cups behind this energy, the Five of Cups. And I feel like for many of you, whatever this represents, it could be a marriage that's not good. And you feel tempted to get out of it, or there's been temptation, there's been some kind of betrayal. If you're with your partner, there may be a lack of depth in your connection, and you still feel this is your person and you're working through it. Maybe you feel like you can't see the balance coming through because you can't see these cups. All you see are the 3 that you've lost, and you haven't been able to move on from that. And I feel like that's what's happening. This ability to love yourself enough to know that there's more coming. There's 2 cups coming. There's 2 cups right there behind you. You just have to change your perspective. You have to turn around and see them, okay? Because this King of Wands energy feels like an energy approaching this Empress of the Pearl, okay? It's like this is a state of being. This is a state of love and acceptance that cycles in and new cycles begin. And there's a power in that, and it attracts this King of Wands energy, okay? So it might be that your partner seems to come alive and really interacts with you a lot more deeply and a lot more. This could also be you walking into this King of Wands energy, someone who really is confident and bold, and I'm feeling artistic and creative and can see the world from different perspectives. I feel like you may find yourself being drawn to being more social. You may feel like maybe you, with this healing and this Five of Cups, you may have spent some time, alone dealing with this. This feels like family situation here, and I feel like a lot of your ancestors are coming through to help you create this Empress of the Pearl, the Queen of the Underworld energy. And this King of Wands energy is very commanding, very charismatic. There's really nothing a King of Wands can't do. And that's not gender, that's energy. This is a mover and a shaker. So if this is a person approaching you, they will be accomplished. They will be charismatic. They will be confident. More than likely, they're going to be very attractive. And they are going to be mesmerized. I feel a mesmerism going on between the Empress of the Pearl and the King of Wands energy. So it's really beautiful. I wanted to get... Where did that card go? Hang on, I want to get one more card for you guys. Okay, it's the Geometric Activations deck. So, any advice? Any more advice for group 1? This beautiful energy here of Marguerite, the mystic of divine love. Realization, 37. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in the world. So I think this just reinforces what we've been talking about, this illumination of self, this acceptance of shadow and light, walking with strength and knowing who you are and you're connected to the world, walking into the realization that you are a state of love. Love is a state of being. It's a state of being compassionate and kind. It doesn't mean you're a doormat. There's power behind this state of love. This isn't the kind of quote unquote love where people walk all over you and you just give and give and give. It's a state of love that comes from truth and from power and becoming an effective communicator. I feel that again with you. We have 37 reduces to a 10. So there's a lot of messages here about beginning a new cycle, ending one and moving into a new vibration. So it's a beautiful message. I hope this resonated for you. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I hope you have an amazing day. I appreciate you. You matter, you're vital, and you're loved more than you know. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hi, Group 2. The first part of your reading, for whatever reason, did not record, and I just wanted to touch on it with you. This beautiful Isis card. We have healing and the witch that presented. I'm feeling a lot of you may vibe with having a different kind of religion or spiritual outlook. I feel there's a lot of repression here sexually. I feel Isis is coming through, really helping heal the repressive, oppressive energy. You may be in a relationship that it has become non-sexual or never really was sexual, or didn't really include your desire. You didn't have a voice in that aspect as well. And this is about you really healing that part of yourself, allowing the truth of you to come forward. You may be pulled to some unusual spiritual practices or outside the norm practices, and you may judge yourself for that as well. There's a need to just really set yourself free and allow yourself to express fully who you are. I believe you're a healer. I think you give healing energy to other people. You're one of those people that as you heal self, you heal others. And this is a very powerful reading. I'm so upset that the first part didn't record, and instead of trashing the whole thing, I wanted to see if we could save what was left for you, because I feel like that the message here is really important, that you allow yourself to reconnect with that part of yourself that feels desire. I feel like a lot of people want you. I think you're very beautiful. I think you're unaware of your beauty, or you're in denial of it. There's something about you that you're in denial about, and I feel like it has to do with how you look, how you are. I think you exude a kind of sexuality that heals other people. I think you hold space for others to be who they truly are and express themselves however that may be. You may be pulled to some sexual behaviors that may be outside the norm, quote unquote, like poly. You may be kinky, you may be into BDSM, things like that. So don't judge yourself, because it's really important for you, for your healing energy to flow, for you to set yourself free and allow full expression of who you are. Part of being human, the beauty of being human, is there are many aspects, and one of those aspects is being a sexual human being. Human beings need touch. They need sex to be happy. They need sex to really go into their creative force, because I feel like with your creativity is really linked to your sexuality. Your drive to do in the world is linked to your sexuality. So you may feel unmotivated, you may feel depressed, you may feel blocked. And the truth here is that you are you're just in denial of an aspect of yourself. Now you may act out aggressively sexually, like overly sexual. There's no judgment here for this as well. I'm not judging. I'm just saying the perception. And many times when we've had trauma that has to do with sexuality, we either act out a lot or we completely turn that part of ourselves off. Either extreme of that is imbalance. And I feel like there's balance coming through with the healing card. I feel like as soon as you really get comfortable in your skin and get comfortable with your body, I feel like a lot of you may have body issues, and because society judges us as feminine energies. There's an expectation of how we should look and how we should be in the world. And the truth is, you should be who you are. What society's norms or expectations, screw that. You don't need that. Be who you are. Express yourself as you will. Give yourself freedom to walk fully into who you are. And redefine yourself. Don't be afraid to, change things up and redefine yourself and go with your flow of your life. I do feel like many of you have magical abilities. Isis is the goddess of magic, and there's something about your frequency that really is so healing and grounding to others. I think you give such beautiful space to other people to be who you are. You need to hold that space for yourself, because there's something about your sexual energy that's very magnetic and magical and really helps people heal. But as with all healers, I feel you are a healer. The biggest challenge is to heal yourself. Once you heal yourself, you can really walk into the fullness of who you are. So with that said, I will go into the second part of the reading. Okay, this is interesting what I'm picking up on with these cards here. First of all, We have 33. That's an ascended master number. It's a number of change. It's a number of change into something really good, stepping into something really good. I feel like for many of you, this three of swords here, of course, it's a deep hurt. It takes a while to pull these swords out. And I feel like many of you have already pulled out 2 of these swords, or you're going to be pulling them out yourself. And as you begin to work on the third one, I feel this Knight of Swords energy coming in and helps you pull out the third sword. So this could be the partner you have now, and maybe you're doing, I'm feeling like for some of you, you're in a situation where maybe you're in a sexless kind of relationship because of repression. Maybe they're repressed or you're repressed, or you're just not interested because there's deeper stuff going on. Or it could be that you're single, or you're in a relationship as well, but there's like trauma here, like some kind of event that caused you to kind of lock up this part of yourself, lack of joy, lack of happiness, lack of connection. And I feel like for some of you, there's a Knight of Swords, not a King of Swords, sorry, energy coming in. And the 3 of Wands here, I'm feeling this is something you've been waiting for. Okay, so this could be a friend, okay, but it could also very well be a new lover, a new person for you. And I feel like this person's going to help you heal and it's almost like this person helps you become validated, confident, and whole. And I feel like this person won't make you feel objectified or make you feel like your desires are something to be ashamed of or repressed. This could also be an element within self that comes forward. And I'm feeling this King of Swords energy as just a lot of clarity about who you are and what you've been through. And I feel like there is opportunity and love coming towards you. It's something you've waited for. It's something you've hoped for. It's something you've planned for, or you will be planning for. But I feel like Spirit, the Divine Feminine, is saying you need to work on pulling out these 2 swords. You may be working on it now, and that could be going to therapy. It could be doing art therapy, or it could be music. It could be, there's a lot of creative energy in these readings today. So I'm feeling like maybe there's an untapped talent here that's being restricted because of the restriction of a sexual self, okay? And I feel like maybe for some of you, getting into this artistic expression will help also you connect deeper to this sexual part of yourself, this magical self, okay? So a lot of times we try to change everything around us to help change the internal mechanism that's going on, the internal universe. But the truth is, you have to change your internal universe. You have to change your perspective. You have to open yourself up to new experiences and new realities. There may be some sexual realities about yourself that you need to come to terms with. It's okay. Some of you guys may be poly, you may be kinky, you may have some different like gender fluidity, you may have you may be gay or whatever it is. I really don't like labels on this channel. I try to stay away from them. But I feel like some of you, there's just some deeper truths about yourself that you need to not judge yourself for. You need to allow those truths to come forward and it may be that you're a witch or you're a magic user of some kind and you've hidden it from people because you feel the judgment, you feel the stigma. And this is about healing that, allowing the truth of yourself to come out, and moving towards happiness. We have the star here, faith, hope, and love. We have a cup here. This could represent opportunity and love, okay? I feel like for many of you, you may have been in this energy of lack because when you disconnect from your root, your sexual self, a balanced way of dealing with your sexuality, it really blocks you from a lot of good things. And I feel like the binding of that is loosened up. As it's loosened up, you walk into this state of being hopeful, of seeing yourself as the star card here, as this beautiful energy, this beautiful healing energy coming forward. And it's going to help you manifest success in your life with the 9 of Cups here. I'm feeling like there is a confidence here that's going to be birthed through this experience. And For many of you, it has to do with this King of Swords energy coming through to help you balance out. And I feel a lot of fun. And that was interesting. I picked up on this as I was preparing for your reading. A lot of fun coming through for you. Sorry if I shook the camera. A lot of fun coming through, a lot of hope. I feel like this King of, I want to say King of Wands, but King of Swords energy feels very smart, very witty, very funny, very lighthearted. And I think in times where you may be getting deeper into some of these blocks and some of these issues, this person will appear and help you lighten your frequency. This could be a very close friend. Maybe you're in need of, you know, a buddy, a pal, a best friend. And this person will come through and really help lighten yourself energetically, not take life so seriously, and begin to flow in the reality that, you know, sex is just part of life. It's part of life, and humans need it. And you are in a human vessel. So no matter how you resonate as a starseed or whatever, as an alternate reality type being, you're still in the human vessel. And there are certain things humans need to be healthy, and sex is one of those things. So I know it can be difficult. I'm going to get a few more cards for you. I'm sorry. There's a fly in my room that I cannot kill. I don't know what the deal is. Not that I want to kill anything, but it's just, you know, it's a fly. So anyway. I'm feeling like that's interesting. I'm feeling like some of you guys may have just nagging thoughts about yourself, and many of you do not see yourself as other people see you. Okay, I think you're very attractive, you're very beautiful. I think there's a glow about you, and as you go through this process, you're going to begin to glow to people. It's like a glow up. That's what this is. That's what this energy is. It's a glow up. It's like being confident, knowing who you are, accepting that you are an attractive, lovable, beautiful human being, and walking into this confidence and grounding it and getting blessings from that. The universe is going to bring in some blessings for you. All right. Wholeness, yes, that's a blessing. You get to feel whole. You get to feel complete in yourself. And there's someone coming forward who's going to help you feel like, I feel like for some of you, because of the damage that was done in a relationship, whatever this Three of Swords situation is, you may not feel like a human being, like you are deserving or you're worthy. You may feel like it's your fault or something like that. It's not your fault. You deserve love. You deserve to be in a happy sexual relationship that's deep, where you feel valued and where you don't feel objectified all the time. You deserve that. Because you are. Simply because you are. I'm going to get a few more cards. This is the Goddess deck. So let's see what Goddess wants to talk. Oh, okay. I'm going to pick the bottom one. Okay. New beginnings. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. That's really where the Divine Feminine wants to take you. To new beginnings, to new awarenesses of self, to a new vitality. I feel a lot of healing vitality coming forward for this group. I feel like you, if you're on this healing path, you may already start to feel it. It's very strong, and there's a lot of light here. Okay, I'm going to get not those. I have some more cards over here I'm going to pull for you guys. This is a hard one. This is a hard situation to go through. When your will has been violated in this kind of way, no matter when or where or how, it doesn't matter. What matters is that it happened, and it can really, really lock up your life. It can lock you up, and I feel like there's freedom coming for you guys. But you're going to have to be open to this King of Swords energy, okay? And I know that's going to be hard. We put up walls when this kind of stuff happens, when we feel judged by society for what we believe, what we do, who we are. I think a lot of feminine energies just feel judged for being feminine, for being a feminine energy. In our society, it's become really acceptable to overly objectify feminine energies all the time. And, you know, that can be very hurtful in itself. It's very hurtful, especially when people who love you echo those sentiments, right? or supposed to love you. Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Isn't that something? Wow. There's a lot of Egyptian vibe here. Okay, so you may have a past life in Egypt. You may resonate with the Egyptian paradigm. So there may be something there for you. So if you feel guided to, research that or get in more contact with this Isis, divine feminine energy coming forward, be open to that. Be open to your path not being the norm, okay? You have to be open to being the wild spirit that you are, because that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you're a healing spirit that is wild. You have a wildness about you, like nature is wild. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a strong, primal way, that there's a lot of energy here that you can utilize in your life for good things. There's wholeness coming here, a lot of healing. Okay, I'm going to take that one. Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. I feel like for many of you, there probably are going to be Egyptian guides that come forward, Egyptian god forms that come forward. I'm hearing Anubis for many of you will come forward, as well as Hathor, Isis, Osiris, Horus, and yeah, so I can't pronounce it. Thoth. I've heard it pronounced several different ways, but that entity, that spirit as well. So a lot of wisdom here. There's a lot of magical potential. If you do not work in magic, I feel like this is guidance for you to understand that you have such a potential in this area. The reason it hurts so much to separate is because our souls are connected. So I feel like for many of you, there's been loss here. This could be loss in family. It could be, a parent. It could be someone you were close to. This could be an ex where this Three of Swords situation happened, and maybe you lost someone. This could be like a tragic ending to a marriage, or there was like cheating or betrayal, yeah, sorry, I'm just really honing in on that energy. There's a lot of light coming in with guides and universal love here. And in order for the universe, your guides, whatever you vibe with, to help you, you have to ask, okay? And for many of you, this is your person, okay? And they energetically feel your pain. And so for many of you, this King of Swords energy is actively searching for you already. So if you're on the journey to healing and pulling these swords out, just know that for some of you, if you haven't started, it may be a little while, because she's got two swords here. She's contemplating these two swords. She's healing these two swords. She's taking her time, okay, and waiting for this cup of love, hope, opportunity, faith to appear and help you heal. This is healing right here. The Star card, she's pouring out the water for others. She's pouring out the compassion and healing energy for others. As you heal self, you heal others. Faith, hope, and love. A lot of people limit hope. They say, well, you should know, not hope. Hope is the beginning of knowing. Hope becomes knowing when the universe begins to validate your journey, okay? And this pain is deep. It's deep. And for many of you, I feel like you're really lonely and you feel isolated because you've cut off this creative source to self. You've cut off this creative source, to the universal consciousness, because of this Three of Swords situation. There is a lot of healing energy coming forward for you. Be patient. Love on yourself. Know that a new beginning is coming, and you're going to get to a situation where you're whole. You feel whole and present in the world, and you're okay. You're more than okay. You're great with your desire. Some of you guys may be in a situation, I was in a situation many years ago where I didn't even know what I like to do. I didn't even know what I like to eat. I didn't know where I wanted to go. I didn't know how I wanted to spend my time. I was just so traumatized and so ready, hypervigilant, and ready for the next fight, the next shoe to drop, that I didn't know myself. And I feel like that may be part of this Three of Swords healing situation, is you becoming really comfortable with who you are. I think you need probably to love on yourself a little bit in more than one way, if you know what I'm saying. You need to accept your body as it is, because it's a temple. It's a temple of God. You are God consciousness in the vessel. There's a divine spark within you. And sexuality helps us to connect with the divine healing spark within us. And the ecstatic bliss that you experience with that can really help raise your frequency into this healing energy here. You understand then that you're more than the objectified self. You're spirit. You are vital. You are important. You matter. I feel like I need to say this to you guys over and over. You're vital. You're important. You matter. Take that in. I know I'm feeling your pain here to hear this. You're vital. You're important. You matter. You're beautiful. You're attractive. People are attracted to you. There are probably more people attracted to you than you know, because you are maybe completely, even if you're overtly sexual, even if you're, and there's nothing wrong with being a highly sexual person, okay? But doing it from a place of lack can be a self-defeating energy. So you want to come from a place of plenty, a place of love, a place of wholeness, okay? Not searching for someone to complete you. And that's why you beginning the healing of pulling out your own swords is so important, because you're going to be focused on healing yourself, and it will bring this person to you. It's like your healing signature will bring your person closer to you, whether you're in a relationship with someone and it seems to be off somehow, or there's a deadness to your connection. This could bring life back to that relationship if that's your person, if you feel that. For many of you, there's clarity coming that you're not with the right person, okay? And, no judgment. And one of these swords is going to be pulled out when you become aware that there is someone else for you. And people come into our lives for a season or a lifetime. It's just different for everybody, right? But it doesn't mean that this relationship didn't have value and didn't get you to where you are today, which is open to healing, open to moving in to the power of who you are. So I hope this resonated for you. I really enjoyed connecting with your energy. Remember, you are important, you are vital, you matter. And I hope to see you next time. Bye, guys. Hi, Group 3, all of you beautiful people who selected this lovely card. The High Priestess. I'm not going to try to pronounce her name, but I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. This is a powerful, powerful card. Let's go ahead. I want to read a little bit about it first. Also, you may have been drawn to this. The name just literally flew out. The citrine, it flew out of my head. The citrine, it has a lot of connection to your solar plexus, to confidence, to vitality, to inspiration as well. All right, so let's read a little bit about her. Again, I can't pronounce her name, and I don't want to butcher it. So, all right. Over 4,000 years ago, the High Priestess, this beautiful person, wrote in the Exaltation of Enheduanna, most precious lady, beloved by Anne, your holy heart is great, and in the Sumerian temple of hymns, whatever enters you is unequaled, whatever leaves endures. She is the limitless love and the inexhaustible power that moves through us when we merge with the soul. We each have a personal myth. We each have a Ishta Diva, a personal deity who inspires and compels us to bring heaven right here on earth by moving us with the fierce conviction that we're divinely led. She encourages us to integrate our light and our dark, to bring our unconscious aspects of self into consciousness. The High Priestess is often described as the guardian of the unconscious. She is that aspect in all of us that holds the veil of awareness that separates us from our inner depths. She is about merging the awareness of our soul and all the love and power it gives us with our individual personality or ego. What Swiss psychologist psychiatrist. Wasn't he a psychiatrist? Psychologist Carl Jung would call personality 1 and personality 2. She wants you to live and embrace and breathe your soul. She wants you to become so intimate with it that there is no longer any separation. And there are no more excuses or apologies for how powerful you are. You are the high priestess. You are eternal. She whispers, your holy heart is legendary. She is a profound feminine energy in history. She set the tone or the structure for how many psalms, prayers, and religious writings are created. She was a waymaker, a foundation breaker, and a foundation builder. She's a very important feminine figure in history, and she's very powerful. I feel like what I'm getting from this is that I feel like you have untapped potential, untapped ability. Maybe they're latent, maybe they're dormant, but I believe this energy is coming forward to help you understand. I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. There is a need here to accept the divine within your own, mental space, your reality, your vessel, however you resonate. She composed 42 hymns. Her most famous works are titled The Exaltation of Inanna and the Sumerian Temple Hymns. Her hymns were copied and used long after her death and considered immensely valuable, equal to the inscriptions of kings. Now think about that. That's big. She is credited with creating the structure of poetry, psalms, and prayers that were then used throughout the ancient world. Her hymns influenced and inspired the prayers and psalms of the Hebrew Bible and Homeric epics. She inspired many people by what she brought forward. I think for many of you, you have a talent or ability that you don't think can really come forward. You don't think you're talented enough, and she's coming forward and telling you, you have no idea the positive and radical effect that your abilities can have on the world. Do you think that when she wrote all this that she would know that down through history, her psalms, her prayers, her creation would inspire and propel religious thought and philosophy? No. I'm sure she probably didn't think about that. Well, she may have known it. She was a high priestess, so she's very powerful. It is believed that she reached a semi-divine status in her lifetime. So she probably did know. She probably did know that she was a waymaker, a foundation builder. You may have a master number 11, 22, or 33 in your numerology. It is believed that she reached a semi-divine status in her lifetime, and that she was considered to be the embodiment of the Sumerian goddess Inanna. Okay, I feel Inanna's energy coming forward, and I feel like for many of you, she's going to come through and help you walk into the reality of your talent and abilities. There's something about you that's very, very special for this powerful, impressive, compassionate goddess form to step forward. It is said she reached a semi-divine state, an ascended master state in her lifetime. So that's a lot of moving and shaking. It's a lot of looking at shadow and accepting self and walking into the fullness that we're human and a deep well and divine all at the same time. So let's go into these other cards here. Powerful, powerful energy coming forward. Okay, we have luminescence. Look at the heart chakra here. I feel like there's like a beacon of light coming from the heart chakra. Yes. It's beautiful. We have strength. I would say there's one thing that you could absolutely say about this energy here is strength, is strong. And I feel like for many of you, there's an energy, and this has come through in one of the other readings, about not being satisfied with the status quo, not accepting what you've been told you should be or you should do, not accepting being small in the world. I feel like this session today, these readings are really about feminine energies walking into the power of who they are and the gifts and the talents they've been given. Listen, that latent ability that you have, whatever it is, psychic, whatever it is, you've been given it to share with the world, not to hold it into yourself, okay? I'm being guided back to this, this crystal here. You might want to get yourself one of these. This could be very healing. I feel like for many of you, I'm feeling a golden light come around you. There's a brightening of your frequency as you walk into the awareness of your talent and ability. You know, some people just live in denial of how talented they are. They feel like, oh, well, it's not going to matter. You know, no one's ever going to see it. Or you're afraid to let people see maybe your writing or your business plan, or maybe you're in school and you kind of have shrunk yourself a little bit. Maybe being around crowds and things like that are difficult for you. I feel like you're a very strong empath. Highly empathic being here that I'm seeing. And many empaths kind of cage their heart. I'm feeling a caged heart chakra here. They cage their heart because they feel so much. They feel so deeply. You may actually choose isolation rather than be around people, because the energy that is around you just seeps into your heart chakra, seeps into your what you feel like your soul, and maybe you can't shake it. And it's time to get control of that, because gifts, when you deny your gifts, when you deny your abilities, many times you block them and they become a hurdle, an obstacle that you have to learn how to deal with. You have to learn how to maneuver through. So let's get a few more cards here for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and pull all the cards and then we'll go through them. This is the Starseed Oracle. Woo, that's too many. Well, I said I was going to pull them all, not flip them over, but we'll go ahead and flip them over, I guess. Sometimes you got to go as guided, okay? And I feel like there is energy in Nana. There's a divine feminine energy coming around that wants to guide you through this. You are stronger than you know, okay? And I feel like many of you have this need to be seen. People need to see your talent, okay? We have take a leap of faith into the unknown. There you go. Hiding your gifts doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve anybody, okay? And you feel a lot. You're a creative, so you feel a lot of things. That can be fuel for your creative process as well. Pleasure. Oh, you've got something. I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but you've got something here. You've got that something. That's what I'm hearing. You've got that something. Whatever your talent is, whatever you've been hiding from the world, whatever you've tucked away in your heart chakra, it is powerful. And there is a lot of beautiful things to look forward to with this pleasure card here. I feel like you're wanted, attractive, and maybe you guys are in denial of that. That stack 3, was it stack 3 or stack 2? Stack 2. You may find some messages in stack 2 for you. There's a need here for you to start having some fun, okay? You need to have some fun, let loose a little bit, you know, maybe that's part of the magic about being around other people who kind of vibe in your frequency, is that you can let go. You don't have to spend your time in this energy here of keeping your heart kind of, see how her hands, it works both ways. See how her hands are together here as love, and I'm picking up like compacting her heart chakra, protecting her heart chakra. But you can also see it as her expanding her heart chakra. So I feel like there's a lot of expansion and connections for you coming forward. I feel like it's not going to take much for people to notice you. All right. I think you feel like you've been kind of undercover. Okay. You've been kind of on the down low with your talent and abilities. But even if people don't know what you do, they feel it. It's in your frequency. You're meant to share that gift. Whatever it is, you're meant to share it. So, and I feel like some of you have doubt here. It's a lot of doubt.
I'm going to put that back up there. Star Keepers. You have powerful guides coming through. I feel like Enheduanna, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I feel like she is literally this ancient goddess form is coming forward for you. So please listen to your guidance. Please listen to what she says to you. Don't be surprised if strange and weird things start coming into your reality or you become aware. I feel like there may be something about your life, or you may have a lot of unusual things happen to you, okay? And that is actually the energetic shifts going around you. It's actually the spirit realm that is activated around you. You're very talented, okay? Okay, I'm feeling 2 cards, so I'm going to take 2. We have protection, call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval, powerful. That could be part of this heart complex that feels caged. And we have trust the Nigel. What is the Nigel feeling trying to tell you? Yeah, the Nigel is this goddess form, this divine feminine form that's coming forward to help you. Okay, I'm getting pulled to the strength card a lot. I feel like you're stronger than what you think you are. And I think you are more talented than what you think you are. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy was on the bottom of the deck. So you're going to have to release this. You're protected, all right? There's divine protection around you. When you start really allowing the truth of yourself to come forward, you may feel like, people are going to hate it. People are going to like it. I'm not that good. I don't know what I'm doing. I went to college for this, but I don't know what I'm doing. And the truth is that as you trust your guidance, you're going to feel more confident. And when it comes time to leap, you're going to go, okay? People are going to get a lot of pleasure, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy from whatever it is you do, okay? Or want to do. We have the 3 of Swords. That feels painful. That's why you're not. I feel like maybe someone told you you weren't talented or told you that there was no way you could do this. Hang on, I dropped a card. Yeah. I feel like there's been maybe some rejection here of an ability or of you. Some people just haven't been supportive of what you want to do or who you want to be. And it can leave us feeling heartbroken and rejected and like a failure. Like it's like failing before you even begin your journey. And it's time to refresh your outlook here. Understand that you're being divinely guided. It's never too late. You keep talking about, I hear to college. I don't care what you went to college for. Okay, this is something, this is an innate ability you were born with that no one could train you to do. Can you get more skill in it? Yes. Can you learn, the technical aspects of it? Yes. But this is a natural talent, whatever this is. And you're being called to leap, to bring it forward. A lot of really powerful energy is coming around to help you with this. This is going to make you successful, grounded. There may be a need here for you to ground some of this energy. I feel like for a lot of you, you need to put this sorrow, this pain, this failure into a creative aspect. So you need to write about it, communicate it in some way. I'm feeling a throat chakra activation here of really opening up, especially with this Star Keeper card, Cosmic Ancestors, see the light by staying grounded. So this hidden talent or this talent you don't tell people about or this thing you want to do, it's really important that you start bringing that through. So you need to ground it into the world. So that means you need to write down the ideas. You need to do the music. You need to start a business plan. Whatever this is that you want to do that you feel like you cannot make happen, you're going to make it happen. Okay, the Emperor is here. Okay, this is success, stability, money. This is being happy. This is being able to invest in other people, places, and things as well. It's really powerful. So then we have the 4 of Wands. So a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. If you're lonely, I feel like there are people coming forward who are going to appreciate what you do. It's like 4-4 here. So 44 is going to be a number of manifestation for you. So it's like as you work on this, as you, and this leap of faith feels like you're going to have to show people what you're doing, or you're going to have to put yourself out there in some way, and it's going to feel really risky. It's going to feel like, man, I don't know if I can do this. I don't think I'm that good. But as soon as you do this, I feel people coming towards you who will support you. It may not be a horde of people, because this energy, this Enheduanna energy, these guides, they understand your vulnerability with this heart chakra here. They understand that you're highly empathic. So they're not going to overflow you with people, okay? But they're going to validate you along the way. And as you become more and more validated and confident in your behaviors and your abilities and the things you do, the need for the validation won't. There's like healing that happens in your heart chakra, and you won't need the validation. You'll be confident. And when that happens, your leap will get bigger, and it will bring in bigger energies. I feel like these energies with this protection are circling around you. So don't be afraid that when you put stuff out there that you're going to be overwhelmed. Spirit is going to heal you and help you where you are. Okay, so don't discount yourself. There's a lot of happiness coming forward. For many of you, there's a person coming forward who is this emperor energy, who there could be marriage here. This is long-term commitment, okay? We have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is independence. This is being financially independent. This is being grounded. This is working on your bag. This is working on your talent, your abilities. And this Queen of Pentacles, she doesn't hide who she is. She doesn't hide her abilities. In fact, she grounds her abilities and uses them to get her where she wants to be in life, to the experiences. Life is about experience. But if you're hiding and repressing your abilities, if you are hiding away from people because their energy is just so heavy and just seems to kind of take on a life of its own within your own mental universe, you know, it's important to, it's important to ground yourself into reality and to start really giving voice to those emotions. I feel like for a lot of you, your sadness and things like that are powerful fuel for your creative self. It will help you connect with people as you bring forward your own experiences in life, this life and other lives. There's a lot of stabilizing energy coming in for you. So the doubt will be relieved by validations. You will become more and more validated by the universe. So this is a beautiful reading. I really enjoyed connecting with your energy. And just remember, you are vital, you are important, you matter, and you're loved more than you know, okay? Please leave me a comment in the comment section below if you vibed with this or if you didn't. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Hi, Group 4. All of you that selected this lovely card, Mary of Nazareth, the Mother of God. I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. Just want to connect with that. Look at her heart center. It's just so open. Yeah, I'm going to read a little bit about this card. Mary of Nazareth represents the profound spiritual and creative power we all possess. Mary, or Miriam in Hebrew, was a first-century Galilean Jewish woman from Nazareth who is one of the most crucial figures in the Christian tradition for having given birth to Jesus Christ. Mary has been venerated since the inception of Christianity and also holds a revered position in Islam. Her many names include Saint Mary, Virgin Mary, Queen of Heaven, Our Lady of the Angels, Our Lady of the Good Counsel, Our Lady Undoer of Naught, She Who Confirms the Truth, Theotokos, I can't pronounce that, which means God-bearer or Mother of God. The Gospel of Luke relates that when Mary was engaged to Joseph, the Archangel Gabriel visited her. I want to pick this up and let you guys see it. The Archangel Gabriel visited her. Gabriel announced, "What joy! Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God." The angel then said, "The Holy Spirit will descend on you, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you, and therefore the child will be called Holy and Son of God." And Mary responds, "Let it be with me as you have said." Mary is present throughout her son's ministry. When he appears at the temple at the age of 12 and declares that it is his true home, when he turns water to wine at the wedding in Cana, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, and when he's crucified, she is said to have remained at his side along with Mary Magdalene. She personifies the steadfast and unconditional love of an archetypal mother. The title Mother of God was recognized at the Council of Ephesus in 1431 CE, and the best captures the power of her yes to the angel Gabriel. He hands her a lily in the Annunciation to symbolize the Trinity and to honor the fact that without her yes, the Christian story would not have unfolded. When your soul selects her card, I've always imagined that Mary was terrified to hear an angel loudly announcing that she was meant to be the mother of God. Her surrender to Gabriel's words feels so courageous and too acknowledged. Mary had no idea that she will have to meet with, what will be asked of her, or what the love of her son will put her through. But she says yes nonetheless, so that she can be in service of the divine. Mary's acceptance of her role has been in the shadow of the Christian story, uncelebrated because she is seen as so divine, but she was human too. She could have said no. Her courage could have faltered, but she aligned with the light. She heard Gabriel's words, "Be not afraid," and allowed the divine story to work through her life. And she let her joy dictate her response. Mary leads us to trust that we can say yes to what feels light. It doesn't have to make sense or work with the timeline the ego has mapped out for us. In the midst of our ordinary everyday lives, we can say yes to the angel who greets us in the space of our heart, and let the energy of joy give birth to the divine through us. Yeah, I feel a lot of visionary energy with the stack as well. I feel an inner working with levels of consciousness. You may be drawn to that kind of inner work. You may meditate a lot. You may, you may use substances that help you expand your consciousness. A skull of stars, infinite possibilities. Yeah, I'm picking up on that. Oop, I dropped the card. And we have internal explorer. Yes, I feel like your particular internal universe is very grand. I feel like in a past life you were probably some kind of, I think you existed in history. In other words, I feel like whatever you did was so big and so massively impactful for humanity that you were wrote about. People may still look to you today through history for what you've done, and that could be in the realm of art, religion, philosophy, or science. But there's definitely a huge consciousness here. I feel like you have the ability to walk into God consciousness, into collective consciousness. And I think you know that. I think you're aware of it. I think maybe many of you hide it because it takes a lot of courage to say that I am divine. I am divinely inspired. I'm divinely connected. And you may actually be a trance medium. Your visions may come to you, and I'm feeling guidance to tell you to write them down as well. I feel like you're very healing to others. Others pick up on it. You may be in denial of this because you got your own internal world going on. We all do. We all are these universes within, and we collide with one another every now and then, and things happen. I have been guided to use the Starman Tarot for you guys, and you're the only stack that's going to get cards from this particular deck. So I feel like you're a really special group. And you're here for a big mission, okay? You have a big mission. You may actually, and I won't tell anybody, I know this is hard for you. I feel your energy, and I feel like this is a hard reality to deal with. I feel like I'm going to cry. You have ascended master energy, okay? And I feel the yoke is heavy. You understand what that means. You understand that, it's not all just brightly colored lights and a lot of, fun and good times. Having a yoke of being an incarnated or having the energy of ascended master means you understand the big picture. You understand how one person can make such an impact upon the collective in our 3D reality here that you change the frequency. I feel like you have the ability to change the frequency of this planet, okay? That's how big I'm feeling your energy is. All right, so let's get the Starman Tarot out here and see what's going on. Yeah, and a lot of you know this deep down on some level. You haven't told anybody probably. It's kind of a secret. You may be drawn to certain saints or God forms as well, and you feel them intensely. You can feel, I feel like you're psychic, and you have the ability to open up new realms. You're a realm bringer for other people. You have the ability to give people hope and vision for reality. It's almost like you can birth new timelines, okay? That's powerful. I feel like, I know this sounds kind of hokey, but I feel like Time Lord type energy. Like you understand that we are the masters of our fate, that we create our reality here. And when you create your own reality, it affects everyone around you in powerful ways. When we create our own reality, of course, we're affecting other people, but as an ascended energy, you know that other people are really you and you are them. So but your ability comes from the ability to actually impact other people's lives in powerful ways by walking in the strength of who you are. Okay, all right. I feel like you may have an issue with perfection. Yeah. Oh wow, we have the sun and the star. Okay, and we have the Princess of Pentacles. Okay, the sun and the star. Huge, this is huge energy. I'm getting chills. This is huge energy. You guys carry a huge energy signature, all right? And this card is a really meaningful card for me. Every time it comes out, it kind of brings me back to a place and time. This is Kuan Yin, the thousand-armed Kuan Yin, okay? Just really mastering the illusion that this 3D reality is. Learning that you can manifest. Look at the energy coming from her hands. Learning that you can manifest whatever you want in your life, whatever is in your highest good. And the thing that's interesting here is what is in your highest good is in the highest good of others, because you have this higher frequency that's being brought in. You may be a walk-in, you may resonate with being a walk-in, you may have a very strong connection to a certain God form or spirit, and it's as if you're a piece of that. You're part of that has manifested in your incarnation now. In past lives, I feel like you were a very vital, important part of creating the reality we live in today. And the reason that you've been born at this time during the age of Aquarius, there are all kinds of beautiful energies available in our universe right now to change the trajectory, the pathway that humanity is on. And you're one of those people. You're a way maker. You're a foundation breaker. You break them down and you build them up. You show people a pathway to personal freedom, and you show people how to live in a 5D frequency. I feel like you're a 5D human. You have a potential to become a 5D human being. You may already resonate with that, but part of it is you have to walk into the awareness that you are this ascended energy. You're a big energy kind of person. And our grids have different, different levels of energy in different places and things like that. But you're like a column. You're like a load-bearing column in a house. Okay, you can take a lot of energy and you can give it back. I think many of you probably have had a tough life. Okay, and you've had to overcome a lot. And why you designed your life, because on some level you designed this experience. You designed this experience to be difficult because you needed to rise like a phoenix, because that is your energy. That is vital to moving towards a new way of being in our reality. Wow, big, huge energy here. Okay, I'm feeling 6 of Cups and the 3 of Wands here. So for many of you, you've been in a pause because you're getting stuck. I'm feeling plasmic energy here, so sticky energy here. I'm feeling like you're getting stuck in trying to be perfect, trying to master something, thinking you're not good enough. You can't possibly be this thing that the universe keeps telling you. You're this thing. You're this ascended master energy. You're some of you are beyond. There are levels of consciousness and states of being that are beyond ascended master energy. And for many of you, you have it. You're an ancient being, older than the rocks and the roots in this planet, okay? Many of you were there at the birth of this universe. You helped to design it. And so they're bringing in these cosmic spiritual architects to come in and help structure the future in a way that is foundationally strong and allows humanity to raise their frequency and become, I'm hearing like adults in the cosmic lattice of life. Humanity has kind of stayed in a state of being like a teenager. And we've made, as all teenagers, and no judgment on teenagers because we all were one, teenagers make goofy mistakes. They get bogged down in things that don't matter, like the label on their jeans and things like that. And now it's time for humanity to grow up, to come into adulthood, to become balanced and move forward to becoming, like, I'm hearing, like a galactic human. And I feel like that's what you're here to do. And instead of waiting for perfection, understand that you are perfect the way you are. There's nothing wrong with you. You don't have to lose weight. You don't have to get a degree in theology. You don't have to, live up to the expectations of your parents or other people. This is your life. You have incarnated as this master energy to bring forth change and to bring forth stability so that humanity can build themselves off this foundation. So, and it can be a heavy load, but you have to understand that it's important that you have some fun, okay? I feel like this energy is so heavy. It can be so heavy that it's time to maybe have some fun so you can ground it with this Princess of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you, you understand it's like an apprenticeship. It's like you're in an apprenticeship of remembering how to manifest. And for many of you, you get it. You need to lighten your frequency, but you're also, you have maybe a fear of that maybe you'll get lost in that and maybe you won't take it seriously or people won't take you seriously. Look, there is power. I'm sorry. I'm just getting really, really worked up here. There is power in letting people see all aspects of yourself. And there is strength. If people see you as imperfection, like maybe you write a great book, but you like to party a lot and people see that, the truth is that you're allowing your humanness to show so that people don't look at you as like something otherworldly. In this life, you have no desire to be looked at as really otherworldly. You want to be looked at as a human having a human experience, a spirit having a human experience, and expanding consciousness through being human, okay? And it is a level of self-mastery that takes many, 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 many lifetimes in many, many, many dimensions. Because being a human that has accomplished self-mastery is very difficult in 3D, especially because we have outside, I'm feeling this here in this card, we have outside people, influences, big energies. These are also big energies that want to keep humanity where we are. Because this is going to get kind of weird. Because for some entities, we become like spiritual food. They feed off our emotions. They feed off our anger. They feed off our sadness. And you know this. So you lightening up and being happy and showing all different aspects of your humanity allows people to see the potential in their own humanity, okay? And yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful energy. You're very gifted. You're very connected. You were born connected to this reality, okay? You were born knowing. I think people have looked to you your whole life. I think you say things to people that rocks their world and you don't even realize it. You're just deep. And I feel like one of the blocks here is this need to be more approachable. Never give up on something you really want, okay? So for many of you, you have a drive to do something, to accomplish something very, I feel like for a lot of you, it's very specific. And this big, expansive energy is going to help you go really far. And remember, as a master creator, that you created this experience, and there's value and reasons why you have experienced the things you have experienced. And you have an ability to take an elevated view of your life and see the wisdom and the lessons. See what you were here to grow into, accepting. You were born with it already. You just had to go through an experience of being activated and accepting who you are. So, wow, it's really powerful. You guys are no joke, okay? Don't ever doubt yourself. Don't doubt the story you hear, but do not allow the stories of your life to limit you, okay? But you know that. I feel like you guys already know a lot of the things I'm saying. This is just a validation. Protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. I think there have been people within your life that didn't believe in you, or maybe they thought you were flighty. I feel Aquarius energy here, Libra, Gemini. They may have thought that while you were off having these experiences, maybe being isolated, that there was just an energy about you that wasn't stable, that wasn't grounded, because this energy can feel unstable and ungrounded because it is so big. It's so massive, okay? And, if you need someone to talk to, please go seek help, okay? Because this energy can get really chaotic when we're not in touch with it. And it can cause blocks, and it cause you to get really, I'm feeling like just this energy of being really torn down into trying to make things the way they should be. There's a need here for you to cling to social norms, okay? You are here to rock the boat. You are here to activate. I'm hearing young people. You're here to activate this new generation to move forward in a way that is structured yet dynamic. I'm hearing dynamic structure. You're a master architect of our universal grid, okay? And I feel like you know it on some level, and you just need to walk into that space. Allow yourself to just be. What would you do if one day you just said, you know what, I'm just going to accept these weird realities, the self-judgment of what you're experiencing and what you know? What if you just one day decide, you know what, today I'm just going to accept whatever comes. I'm just going to accept it and write it down or whatever I need to do and see what happens. Approach your life as a great mystery, okay, because it is. The great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Yeah, so I feel like, again, there's this energy that you have overcome a lot already. Okay, whether you think so or not, other people around you can see it. I think you've been through a lot and it's been difficult. But remember, that energy is to catalyst you into the star and sun energy. There are beautiful horizons. And I feel like for many of you, you have a story or something that's happened to you that's very touching, and it's going to really help you connect in the heart chakra soul level with people, and people will respond to it. So yeah, okay guys, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Remember, you're vital, you're important, you matter, and you are loved more than you know. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.